for TIG welding is going to be your electrode angle,
Right.
your arc length, and then your travel speed. So almost any problem you have with welding is going to be a combination of one or several of those. And for people who are new to welding, it usually tends to be the arc length and then the speed. If you get super excited that you strike an arc and you don't know what to do, you usually just go bloop and way too fast. You don't get a good weld. The other thing is the arc length. You got to remember, as you are burning this rod and moving, this is getting shorter and shorter. So you have to also have a feed to it to compensate for what's going on there. So for setting up an electrode like this, we're talking about amperage. So this is an 1/8 inch rod, and kind of the rule of thumb for setting amperage based on the size of the electrode is you would take 1/8 and turn it into a decimal, so that'd be 0.125, and then you would multiply that by 1,000, so that's 125. But that's not the amperage we're going to set it at. We're actually going to take only 80% of that. So that would then be 100 amps for an 1/8 inch electrode. And that same rule basically applies larger or smaller. You can do the math on that. Now that is going to be good enough to get you started. However, if you're way back in the bush in Alaska and you're running off some kind of a generator, or these leads are extremely long, or you're working with garbage, rusted, like I'm sure you're going to be, you may need to make adjustments off of that. Probably going to have to increase it a little bit.
Right.
But in the end, what we're looking for is, if you're doing MIG or stick, the same applies. You want to hear what sounds like frying bacon or a tearing sheet.